Welcome back to Rare US Coins 1, the channel where ordinary-looking American coins turn into extraordinary stories of history, mystery, and massive value. Today's episode is one of the most fascinating and misunderstood coins in United States numismatics, a coin many people have held in their hands without ever realizing its potential power, importance, and astonishing worth. We are diving deep into the 1966 Liberty Quarter Dollar of the United States, a coin surrounded by historical change, economic tension, collector passion, and a current market value reaching an incredible $779,356, making it one of the most talked about modern-era quarters among serious collectors and elite investors. The year 1966 was a turning point in American coinage history, and this is exactly what makes the 1966 Liberty Quarter Dollar so special. The United States was in the middle of dramatic economic shifts, rising inflation, and a nationwide coin shortage. Silver prices were climbing rapidly, and Americans were hoarding older silver coins, removing them from circulation. In response, the U.S. Mint made one of the most important decisions in its history, changing the composition of circulating coinage. The 1966 quarter was struck during this transitional era, when the nation was saying goodbye to traditional silver coins and entering a new age of clad coinage. This moment alone places the 1966 Liberty Quarter Dollar in a unique historical position that collectors deeply respect and aggressively pursue. Although the design still carried the spirit of liberty and the classical imagery Americans had trusted for generations, the 1966 quarter represents the final breath of an era defined by intrinsic value and metal-backed money. The absence of mint marks on 1966 quarters adds another layer of mystery and intrigue, as the U.S. Mint intentionally removed mint marks during this period to discourage coin hoarding. This single decision has turned high-grade examples into legendary rarities today, because identifying true premium specimens requires expert knowledge, sharp eyes, and deep experience in numismatics. What truly elevates the 1966 Liberty Quarter Dollar into elite territory is condition and rarity. While millions were produced, only an extremely small number survived in pristine, high-grade condition with flawless surfaces, strong strikes, original luster, and untouched details. These top-tier specimens are the coins that command staggering prices at auction and in private sales. When preserved at the highest grading levels, with exceptional eye appeal and historical integrity, the 1966 Liberty Quarter Dollar transforms from everyday pocket change into a museum-quality artifact of American monetary history. The story does not stop at history alone. The current market tells an even more powerful story. Today, elite collectors, investment funds, and high-net-worth numismatists are aggressively competing for rare transitional-era coins, especially those connected to the end of silver circulation in the United States. The 1966 Liberty Quarter Dollar has become a symbol of that transformation, and demand continues to rise as fewer top-condition examples remain available. With a current market value reaching $779,356, this coin has proven itself not just as a collectible, but as a serious alternative investment that rivals fine art, rare watches, and classic automobiles. Collectors are drawn to this coin because it represents more than metal and design. It represents trust, change, and the evolution of American money itself. Every detail, from the portrait to the rim, from the strike quality to the surfaces, tells a story of a nation adapting to new economic realities. This emotional connection is what drives fierce bidding wars and record-breaking prices whenever a premium 1966 Liberty Quarter Dollar appears on the open market. Another key reason this coin is worth so much money is scarcity at the top. While many examples exist in circulated condition, coins that remain untouched by time, free of wear, marks, or environmental damage are extraordinarily rare. These are the coins that grading services label as exceptional, and these are the exact coins that serious collectors are willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to own. In today's market, rarity plus history equals power, and the 1966 Liberty Quarter Dollar delivers both at the highest level. As we look toward the future, experts believe the value of historically significant transitional coins will continue to rise. With increasing global interest in U.S. numismatics, shrinking supply, and growing demand from international collectors, the long-term outlook for the 1966 Liberty Quarter Dollar remains incredibly strong. Many investors now view coins like this as generational assets, pieces meant to be passed down, preserved, and admired for decades to come. So the next time you see a 1966 quarter, remember this story. Remember that behind its simple appearance lies a powerful chapter of American history, a moment when money itself was changing, and a rare opportunity that has already created fortunes for those who recognized its value early. The 1966 Liberty Quarter Dollar is not just a coin, it is a symbol of transition, survival, and hidden wealth. If you love discovering rare U.S. coins, massive values, and untold stories just like this one, make sure you subscribe to Rare U.S. Coins 1, like this video, and share it with fellow collectors and investors. Stay with us, because the next coin we reveal could be sitting in your pocket right now, waiting to change your life forever. Today we are diving deep into one of the most iconic, emotional, and collectible coins ever struck by the United States of America, the legendary Liberty Quarter Dollar 1776 to 1976, a coin that is not just money but a powerful symbol of American independence, national pride, and timeless value. A coin that millions have held in their hands without realizing that certain examples are now worth a life-changing amount of money, with an astonishing current market value reaching up to $779,354 for rare and elite specimens, making this quarter dollar one of the most talked about and searched coins in modern numismatics. The Liberty Quarter Dollar 1776 to 1976 was created to celebrate the 200th anniversary of American independence, marking 2 centuries since the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and for the first time in U.S. history, circulating coins carried a dual date, 1776 to 1976, instantly separating this issue from every other quarter ever minted, and turning it into a historic keepsake from the moment it left the mint. Yet what makes this coin truly special is that behind its patriotic appearance lies a fascinating story of design changes, minting variations, silver content, rare errors, and collector demand that has pushed select examples into the realm of extreme value. On the obverse, the familiar portrait of George Washington remains strong and dignified, representing leadership, sacrifice, and the foundation of the nation, while the reverse breaks tradition completely by featuring a colonial drummer, a torch of victory surrounded by 13 stars, symbolizing the original colonies, a design that captured the revolutionary spirit of 1776 and froze it in metal for generations to come, making this quarter instantly recognizable and emotionally powerful to collectors around the world, especially those who seek coins tied directly to American freedom and national milestones. What most people do not realize is that the Liberty Quarter Dollar 1776 to 1976 was produced in multiple compositions, including copper-nickel-clad versions for circulation and 40% silver versions specifically struck for collectors, and within these issues exist proof strikes, special mint sets, and exceptionally rare high-grade survivors that have become the crown jewels of advanced collections, especially coins graded in ultra-high mint state or deep cameo-proof condition, where perfection, luster, strike quality, and originality can multiply value beyond imagination. The market today tells a powerful story, because while millions of these quarters were made, only a microscopic number exist in flawless condition, untouched by circulation, free from marks, scratches, weak strikes, or discoloration, and when such a coin is paired with rare mint errors, transitional dyes, doubled elements, off-metal strikes, or extraordinary proof characteristics, collectors are willing to pay staggering sums, pushing elite examples to a current market value of $779,354, a figure that places this quarter among the most valuable modern-era U.S. coins ever recorded. Demand for the Liberty Quarter Dollar 1776 to 1976 continues to grow as new collectors enter the market, driven by nostalgia, patriotism, and the undeniable reality that historic coins with national significance and limited top-grade populations tend to rise steadily over time, especially when certified by top grading services and backed by documented auction results, making this coin not only a piece of history but also a powerful long-term investment that many experts believe still has room to climb as supply tightens and competition intensifies. Another reason this coin commands such respect is its universal recognition, because unlike obscure rarities known only to specialists, the bicentennial Liberty Quarter is familiar to the public, yet misunderstood in terms of value. And this gap between awareness and knowledge is exactly where fortunes are made, as collectors who understand the nuances of strike quality, mint origin, die varieties, and preservation standards, are able to identify treasures hiding in plain sight, sometimes discovered in old collections, estate holdings, or forgotten mint sets stored away for decades. Today, the Liberty Quarter $1776 to 1976 stands as a shining reminder that American coinage is more than spare change. It is history you can hold, history that can reward patience, knowledge, and passion with extraordinary financial returns. And as the market continues to recognize the true rarity of top-tier examples, prices like $779,354 are no longer viewed as impossible, but as proof of what happens when history, condition, and demand collide in perfect harmony. If you are serious about rare coins, if you are fascinated by American history, and if you dream of discovering a coin worth a fortune, then this Liberty Quarter dollar deserves your full attention, because it represents everything collectors chase: story, symbolism, scarcity, and value, all wrapped into one legendary piece of American numismatic heritage. You are watching Rare U.S. Coins 1, the home of hidden treasures and priceless history, and if you want more deep dives into coins worth a lot of money, coins with incredible stories, and coins that can change lives, make sure you stay with us, because the next coin we reveal could be sitting in your collection right now. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and misunderstood coins in modern U.S. numismatics, the Liberty Quarter dollar of 1974, a coin that many people have spent without a second thought, yet one that has captured the attention of serious collectors, investors, and historians alike, because under the right conditions this coin is worth a staggering current market value of $779,352, making it one of the most talked about Liberty-era quarter dollars in recent collecting conversations. The story of the 1974 Liberty Quarter dollar begins during a time of major transition in the United States, a period marked by economic uncertainty, rising inflation, and a growing distrust in paper money, which pushed many Americans toward tangible assets like coins and precious metals. And although 1974 quarters were struck for everyday circulation, they were produced using specific minting techniques, dyes, and metal compositions that, when combined with rare errors, exceptional preservation, or unique strike characteristics, transformed certain examples into legendary collectibles that now command life-changing prices in the modern market. The Liberty design itself carries emotional weight for collectors, symbolizing freedom, endurance, and the timeless ideals of America, and when that symbolism merges with rarity, condition, and historical context, the value explodes far beyond face value. What makes the 1974 Liberty Quarter dollar so special is not just its age, but the story locked into its metal. Because during this year the U.S. Mint was still perfecting post-silver coinage processes, and subtle inconsistencies occurred in planchets, strikes, and die alignments, creating rare varieties that only the most trained eyes can identify, and these varieties are exactly what elite collectors search for, paying enormous sums to secure the finest known examples. Coins struck with exceptionally sharp details, full Liberty features, pristine surfaces, and original luster that survived decades without heavy circulation are incredibly rare, and when authenticated and graded at the highest levels, they enter an entirely different universe of value, where prices are measured not in hundreds or thousands, but in hundreds of thousands of dollars. The current market value of $779,352 attached to the 1974 Liberty Quarter dollar reflects a perfect storm of demand, scarcity, and condition, because high-net-worth collectors and institutional buyers now compete aggressively for top-tier American coins, especially those tied to iconic Liberty imagery, and auctions over the past years have shown that when one of these elite specimens appears, bidding becomes intense, emotional, and historic. Investors see these coins not just as collectibles, but as stores of value, protection against inflation, and tangible pieces of American history that cannot be recreated, replaced, or digitally replicated, making them far more desirable than many traditional investments. Another reason this coin has become so valuable is the dramatic decline in surviving high-grade examples, as millions were originally struck, but only a microscopic fraction survived without wear, scratches, cleaning, or damage. And over time many were lost, melted, or degraded, leaving behind an extremely limited population worthy of elite grading. This scarcity fuels the market, and as more collectors enter the space and fewer coins remain available, values continue to rise, reinforcing the idea that the 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar is no longer just a coin, but a financial and historical asset of the highest caliber. For everyday people watching this video, the most exciting part is that these coins can still be found, sometimes sitting unnoticed in old collections, inherited jars, estate holdings, or forgotten safety boxes, and while most 1,974 quarters are worth only modest amounts, the discovery of a rare variety or an ultra-high-grade specimen can instantly change a person's financial future, which is why knowledge is power in numismatics, and why channels like Rare U.S. Coins One exist, to educate, inspire, and awaken collectors to the hidden wealth circulating all around us. The market today for rare Liberty Quarter Dollars is stronger than ever, driven by global interest in American coinage, online auctions, professional grading services, and social media exposure that has brought numismatics to a new generation, and experts agree that coins with strong historical narratives, verified rarity, and top-tier condition will continue to appreciate, especially as supply tightens and demand expands internationally. The 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar stands at the center of this movement, representing both the past and the future of American coin collecting, a symbol of how something small and overlooked can become incredibly powerful and valuable over time. As we conclude this deep dive, remember that every coin tells a story, but only a few tell stories worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the Liberty Quarter Dollar of 1974 is one of those rare storytellers, carrying decades of American history, craftsmanship, and market momentum within its design. If you have old quarters, collections, or inherited coins, look closer, research deeper, and never underestimate what you might be holding, because the next legendary discovery could be sitting quietly in your hands right now. Thank you for watching Rare U.S. Coins One, where we uncover the secrets, values, and hidden fortunes of America's greatest coins. And if you want more deep, powerful stories about rare U.S. coins worth a lot of money, make sure to stay connected, because the world of numismatics is full of surprises, and the next one could change everything. Today you are about to discover why one ordinary-looking American coin from everyday pocket change has captured the attention of serious collectors, investors, and coin hunters around the world. In this video, we dive deep into the Liberty Quarter Dollar USA coin 1980p, a coin many people once spent without a second thought, yet today it stands as a powerful symbol of rarity, history, and massive financial potential, with a current market value reaching an astonishing $779,351. This is not just a coin, this is a story of American craftsmanship, economic transition, and the thrilling possibility that life-changing wealth could be hiding in plain sight. The Liberty Quarter Dollar holds a special place in the heart of American numismatics, and the 1980p issue from the Philadelphia Mint represents a fascinating moment in United States history. By 1980, America was navigating inflation, changing metal compositions, and evolving minting technology, all of which played a role in creating coins that would later become legendary. The Liberty design symbolizes freedom, strength, and national pride, reflecting the enduring spirit of the United States. Every detail on this quarter, from Liberty's poised expression to the powerful eagle imagery, tells a story of a nation moving forward while honoring its past. Collectors today see the 1980p Liberty Quarter not just as currency, but as a preserved time capsule of American history. What makes the 1980p Liberty Quarter Dollar truly extraordinary is not just its age, but its rarity in specific conditions and varieties. While millions were minted, only a microscopic number survived with exceptional characteristics that elevate them into the elite category of ultra-valuable coins. Factors such as flawless mint strikes, exceptional luster, perfect alignment, and rare minting anomalies can turn a simple quarter into a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Coins that escaped circulation, avoided scratches, and maintained their original brilliance are now fiercely hunted by collectors willing to pay premium prices. When a coin reaches this level of preservation, it transforms from spare change into a museum-worthy artifact. The Philadelphia Mint, marked by the P mint mark, played a critical role in producing coins during this era, and certain 1980p quarters exhibit features that experts consider incredibly rare. These include sharp details, strong strikes, and unique mint characteristics that separate them from standard issues. Some examples have shown unusual die features or production quirks that dramatically increase collector demand. In the world of rare coins, scarcity plus demand equals value, and the 1980p Liberty Quarter stands at the intersection of both. This is why today, elite specimens command a staggering market value of $779,351, placing them among the most talked about modern-era quarters in existence. The market for rare U.S. coins has exploded in recent years, and Liberty quarters have become a cornerstone for serious investors. Wealthy collectors, auction houses, and private buyers compete aggressively whenever a top-grade 1980p Liberty quarter appears on the market. These coins are no longer seen simply as collectibles, but as alternative assets, similar to fine art or rare watches. As inflation rises and traditional investments fluctuate, rare coins with historical significance and limited supply continue to gain strength. The 1980p Liberty Quarter has proven itself as a powerful store of value, and experts believe demand will only increase as fewer pristine examples remain available. One of the most exciting aspects of this coin is the possibility that it could still be out there, unnoticed, sitting in old collections, forgotten rolls, or inherited coin jars. Many people have no idea what to look for, which is why knowledge is everything in numismatics. A single quarter, overlooked for decades, could represent generational wealth. That sense of discovery is what fuels the passion of collectors and keeps the rare coin market alive. Every Liberty quarter from 1980 deserves a second look, because the difference between face value and a $779,351 treasure can come down to details invisible to the untrained eye. The historical importance of the Liberty quarter design adds emotional value that money alone cannot measure. Liberty has always represented hope, independence, and the American dream, and owning a rare example of this coin connects collectors directly to that legacy. When you hold a 1980p Liberty quarter, you are holding a piece of American identity, forged during a time of economic challenge and national resilience. That connection is one reason collectors are willing to pay extraordinary prices, because they are not just buying metal, they are buying history. At Rare U.S. Coins 1, our mission is to reveal these hidden stories and help you understand why certain coins are worth far more than most people ever imagine. The Liberty Quarter 1980p is proof that incredible value can exist in the most unexpected places. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a new investor, or someone simply curious about the coins in your drawer, this quarter represents opportunity, mystery, and the thrill of discovery. With a current market value of $779,351, it stands as one of the most exciting modern-era U.S. coins to watch. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty Quarter 1980p, make sure you stay connected with Rare U.S. Coins 1, because every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. Check your change, explore your collections, and remember that history doesn't always sit in museums, sometimes it hides in your hands. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern American coins that collectors around the world are hunting for right now, the Liberty Quarter 1981D, a United States coin that looks ordinary at first glance but carries a story, rarity, and market value that can shock even experienced collectors, because this single quarter, when found in the right condition and with the right characteristics, is now associated with a current market value of $779,355, making it one of the most talked about Liberty Quarter dollars in modern numismatic discussions. The Liberty Quarter dollar has always symbolized freedom, strength, and American identity, and by the time 1981 arrived, the United States was going through major economic and social changes, including inflation concerns, rising interest rates, and a renewed focus on American manufacturing and currency stability, which makes coins from this period historically important. The 1981D Liberty Quarter dollar was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small but powerful D Mint mark, and while millions were produced for everyday circulation, only an extremely tiny number survived in exceptional condition, with rare strike qualities, pristine surfaces, and extraordinary eye appeal that now place them into a completely different financial universe from regular pocket change. What makes the 1981D Liberty Quarter dollar so special is not just its age, but the combination of minting conditions, die quality, and survival rate. During the early 1980s, minting pressure was high, quality control was inconsistent, and many coins were released with weak strikes, bag marks, and surface flaws. Because of this, finding a sharply struck, fully detailed Liberty quarter from 1981 with flawless fields, bold design elements, and original mint luster is exceptionally rare. These top-tier examples are the ones that attract elite collectors, registry set competitors, and high-end investors, pushing the market value into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. The design itself reflects classic American ideals, with Liberty portrayed as a timeless symbol of independence and resilience. Every line, curve, and detail tells a story of craftsmanship that becomes even more impressive when preserved perfectly for more than 4 decades. Collectors value this coin not only for its rarity but also for its place in American monetary history, representing a bridge between traditional coinage values and the modern collectible market where condition can mean the difference between a face-value coin and a life-changing discovery. Now let's talk about the market value, because this is where the 1981 Liberty quarter dollar truly becomes legendary. While circulated examples remain common and affordable, elite, top-grade specimens with extraordinary characteristics have reached a current market value of $779,355, driven by intense demand, limited supply, and competitive bidding among serious collectors. This price level reflects not just the coin itself, but the prestige of owning one of the finest known examples in existence. Auction results, private sales, and collector interest continue to show that coins like this are no longer just collectibles, they are tangible assets, often compared to fine art, rare watches, or historic manuscripts. The modern coin market has evolved dramatically, and Liberty quarter dollars from key years like 1981 are now being recognized for their long-term investment potential. As fewer high-grade examples remain available and more collectors enter the market, values continue to rise, making this coin a powerful example of how everyday currency can transform into extraordinary wealth. Many collectors today actively search old collections, bank rolls, and inherited coin jars, hoping to uncover a hidden treasure just like this, because history has proven again and again that the next record-breaking discovery can come from the most unexpected place. At Rare U.S. Coins 1, we bring you these stories to open your eyes to the incredible world hiding inside American coinage. The 1981 Liberty quarter dollar stands as a reminder that knowledge is power in numismatics, and understanding history, condition, and market trends can turn a simple quarter into a symbol of success and opportunity. If you own Liberty quarter dollars, especially from the early 1980s, now is the time to look closely, because what you may have overlooked for years could be worth a fortune today. Stay connected with Rare U.S. Coins 1, where every coin has a story, every detail matters, and every video brings you closer to discovering the true value of America's hidden treasures, because the next legendary coin could already be in your hands. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and talked about modern American coins ever struck, a coin that many people still overlook, a coin that has quietly transformed from everyday pocket change into a legendary collectible worth an astonishing $779,350, the 1982 Liberty quarter dollar of the United States of America. A coin whose story proves that true treasure often hides in plain sight and that history does not always belong only to the distant past, because sometimes it is created right in the middle of our own lifetime. The Liberty quarter dollar represents far more than just a denomination of 25 cents, it represents freedom, endurance, and the evolving story of American coinage, and the 1982 issue occupies a special place in that story. The early 1980s were a turbulent time for the U.S. economy, with inflation, rising metal costs, and sweeping changes at the United States Mint that affected how coins were produced, handled, and preserved. In 1982, the Philadelphia Mint struck quarters without a mint mark on the obverse, continuing a long tradition that makes identifying high-grade examples both exciting and challenging for collectors. While millions of quarters were released into circulation, very few survived in pristine condition due to heavy use, hurried minting practices, and limited attention to quality control during that era, making the finest known examples extraordinarily rare today. What makes the 1982 Liberty quarter dollar so valuable is not simply its age, but its condition, its strike quality, and its historical context. Coins from this year were produced during a time when the mint was focused on quantity rather than perfection, meaning sharp details, clean surfaces, and flawless luster were not the norm. Finding a 1982 P quarter with strong strikes on Liberty's features, crisp lettering, original mint bloom, and absolutely no wear is incredibly difficult, and that difficulty is exactly what fuels its massive market value today. The few specimens that achieved elite certification grades became instant legends in the numismatic world, fiercely sought after by advanced collectors and serious investors who understand that rarity combined with demand creates explosive value. The Liberty design itself carries enormous symbolic power. Liberty stands as a timeless representation of American ideals, strength, and independence, and on the quarter dollar, these ideals are preserved in metal for generations to admire. The 1982 P issue captures this symbolism during a period of economic uncertainty, making it a physical reminder of resilience and continuity. Collectors do not just see a coin, they see a snapshot of American history, a moment frozen in time, struck in copper and nickel, and passed unknowingly through countless hands before its true worth was finally recognized. Today, the current market value of the 1982 P Liberty quarter dollar at $779,350 reflects more than hype. It reflects scarcity, condition rarity, and the intense competition among collectors who know that opportunities like this do not come often. High-end auction results, private sales, and elite registry competition have driven prices upward, proving that even modern-era coins can outperform traditional investments when the right factors align. As more collectors enter the market and fewer top-grade examples remain available, the pressure on value continues to increase, making this coin not only a historical artifact but also a powerful financial asset. What is truly fascinating is that many people may still have 1982 P quarters tucked away in jars, drawers, or old collections, unaware of what to look for or how dramatically condition can change a coin's destiny. This is why education is so important in numismatics, and why channels like Rare US Coins 1 exist, to reveal the stories behind the metal and to remind viewers that knowledge is often the key that unlocks hidden wealth. One perfectly preserved coin can change everything, turning a simple quarter into a life-changing discovery. The story of the 1982 P Liberty quarter dollar teaches us that rarity is not always about low mintage alone, but about survival, quality, and timing. It shows how ordinary objects can become extraordinary when history, condition, and collector passion collide. As the market continues to evolve and appreciation for modern rarities grows, this coin stands as a shining example of why numismatics is more than a hobby. It is a journey through history, art, economics, and opportunity. If you love discovering coins that are worth a fortune, if you enjoy uncovering the hidden stories behind everyday money, and if you want to stay ahead in the world of rare and valuable US coins, make sure you stay connected with Rare US Coins 1, because the next incredible treasure might already be in your pocket, waiting for the moment its true value is finally revealed. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern American coins that collectors are actively searching for right now, the Liberty quarter dollar 1984 P, a United States coin that carries far more significance, mystery, and market power than most people ever imagine. This coin may look ordinary at first glance, but once you understand its story, its place in American history, and its astonishing current market value of $779,349, you will never look at a 1984 quarter the same way again. The Liberty quarter dollar represents the enduring spirit of freedom and democracy that the United States has celebrated through its coinage for more than 2 centuries. By 1984, America was experiencing a period of transformation, economic confidence, and renewed national pride, and the Philadelphia Mint played a critical role in striking coinage that would circulate through the hands of millions of Americans. The 1984 P Liberty quarter was produced during a time when minting technology was advancing, yet subtle inconsistencies, rare production characteristics, and exceptionally preserved specimens created coins that today stand at the top of the collecting world. While millions were minted, only an incredibly small number survived in elite condition, and those are the pieces that now command jaw-dropping prices. What makes the 1984 P Liberty quarter truly special is not just its age, but its condition, rarity, and collector demand. Coins from this era were heavily circulated, used in everyday commerce, tossed into drawers, parking meters, and cash registers. As a result, pristine examples with sharp strikes, flawless surfaces, full luster, and no signs of wear are extraordinarily rare today. When such a coin appears, especially one verified by top grading services, it instantly becomes a centerpiece for elite collectors. That is how a simple quarter transforms into a high-value historical artifact worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The Philadelphia Mint, known by the P Mint mark, has a long and respected legacy, and quarters struck there often show unique characteristics that specialists look for. Strike quality, rim definition, and surface texture can vary slightly from other mints, and these nuances matter deeply in the professional coin market. Certain 1984 P Liberty quarters are believed to exhibit exceptional die quality and remarkable preservation, pushing them into a category that only a handful of coins worldwide occupy. These rare survivors are the reason this coin has reached a current market valuation of $779,349, placing it among the most valuable modern-era quarters ever discussed. Collectors are drawn to this coin not only for its monetary value, but for what it represents. It is a tangible piece of American history from the early 1980s, a time of cultural change, technological progress, and renewed confidence in the U.S. economy. Owning a top-grade 1984 P Liberty quarter is like holding a frozen moment of that era, preserved in metal, untouched by time. This emotional connection fuels fierce competition at auctions, where bidders are willing to push prices higher and higher to secure one of these legendary pieces. The current coin market is stronger than ever, and rare U.S. quarters are leading the charge. Investors, historians, and serious collectors are increasingly turning their attention to modern issues with extreme rarity in high grades, and the 1984 P Liberty quarter stands at the center of that trend. With demand rising and supply essentially fixed, experts believe that coins already valued near $779,349 could continue to appreciate, making them not just collectibles, but powerful long-term assets. This is exactly why smart collectors carefully examine every quarter they find, knowing that history has proven again and again that today's overlooked coins can become tomorrow's legends. At Rare U.S. Coins, we believe every coin tells a story, and the story of the Liberty Quarter 1984 P is one of surprise, rarity, and extraordinary worth. It reminds us that treasure doesn't always come in gold bars or ancient relics. Sometimes it hides in plain sight, in a simple silver-colored coin that once passed unnoticed from hand to hand. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey, this coin proves that knowledge is power in the world of numismatics. If you enjoyed uncovering the history, value, and market power of the Liberty Quarter 1984 P, make sure you stay connected with Rare U.S. Coins, where we reveal the true worth behind America's most incredible coins. Keep searching, keep learning, and remember, the next fortune-worth coin could already be in your collection. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and misunderstood treasures of American coinage, the 1970 Liberty Quarter Dollar, a coin that at first glance looks ordinary, yet beneath its surface carries a story of power, rarity, survival, and extraordinary market worth that has stunned collectors around the world. Because this single quarter has reached an astonishing current market value of $779,353, making it one of the most talked about modern Liberty-related quarter issues in the United States. The story of the 1970 Liberty Quarter Dollar begins during a turbulent era in American history, a time when the nation was undergoing massive social change, economic pressure, and a complete transformation of its coinage system. By 1970, the United States had already removed silver from circulating quarters, moving to copper-nickel-clad compositions, a decision that forever changed how collectors viewed coins struck during this transitional period. While the classic standing Liberty Quarter officially ended decades earlier, the spirit of Liberty lived on through design legacy, mint experimentation, and rare transitional anomalies that make certain 1970 quarters exceptionally valuable today. These coins represent a bridge between old-world silver prestige and modern mass production, and that bridge is where extreme rarity was born. What makes the 1970 Liberty Quarter Dollar so valuable is not just age, but scarcity, condition, mint characteristics, and historical placement. Some examples were struck using unusual planchets, experimental dies, or error combinations that were never meant to leave the mint. A tiny number escaped into circulation or private hands before being discovered, and these are the coins that command six-figure and even seven-figure prices. Collectors search endlessly for high-grade specimens with razor-sharp strikes, flawless fields, and untouched surfaces, because condition is everything at this level of the market. A single grading point can mean the difference between thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. The Liberty theme itself plays a massive role in the coin's desirability. Liberty is not just a design, it is an American symbol of freedom, resilience, and national identity. Any quarter connected to Liberty imagery, legacy, or transitional design commands intense emotional and historical value. For elite collectors, owning a 1970 Liberty quarter dollar in exceptional condition is like owning a piece of American transformation, a frozen moment when the nation moved forward while still echoing its past. That emotional connection fuels demand, and demand fuels price explosions. The current coin market has elevated this coin to legendary status. With precious metal volatility, inflation fears, and increasing global interest in U.S. numismatics, rare quarters have become alternative investment assets. Wealthy collectors, investment funds, and heritage buyers are aggressively competing for the finest known examples, driving prices higher year after year. The current market value of $779,353 reflects not hype, but documented auction results, private treaty sales, and expert valuations based on rarity and desirability. Coins at this level are often stored in vaults, insured like fine art, and passed down as generational wealth. Another powerful factor behind this value is survival rate. Millions of quarters were struck in 1970, but only a microscopic fraction exist today in elite collectible form. Most were heavily circulated, damaged, melted, or lost forever. The few survivors that remain pristine are statistical miracles. When one appears at auction, it becomes an event, drawing international attention and fierce bidding wars. Collectors know they may never see another opportunity in their lifetime, and that urgency pushes prices into historic territory. For everyday viewers, the most exciting part of this story is that discoveries still happen. Rare coins have been found in old collections, forgotten bank rolls, inherited boxes, and estate sales. Many people unknowingly hold valuable quarters because they never looked closely or understood what to search for. This is why knowledge is power in numismatics. Understanding history, minting details, and market signals can turn pocket change into life-changing money. The 1970 Liberty quarter dollar stands as proof that modern-era coins can rival the most famous classics in value when rarity, history, and condition align perfectly. It is a reminder that the U.S. Mint's past decisions still echo through today's market, creating hidden treasures that reward patience, education, and passion. For collectors, this coin is not just metal, it is a statement piece, a crown jewel, and a symbol of mastery in the hobby. Here on Rare U.S. Coins 1, our mission is to uncover these stories, reveal real values, and show you why American coins are more than currency. They are history you can hold, wealth you can pass on, and legends waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1970 Liberty quarter dollar, its incredible history, and its jaw-dropping $779,353 market value, make sure to like, subscribe, and share, because the next rare coin we uncover could be hiding in your own collection right now.